What challenges do our islanders face at such a young age?
I think our youth, because I work primarily with Pacific Islander youth, we're just trying to teach them how to read and different art skills. And I think that reading and literacy needs to be within the home as well as school. And I think the thing that they face is just not having the opportunity to read and having access to Pacific Islander books that they can relate to.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Starr, and this is the Super Deep Podcast, and I am your host. And as always, we are here with another episode, as always, with Kaleo held on the building. What's up, Kaleo?
Just another day.
Just another day, another dollar. Well, I mean, we're not getting paid, but...
Another blessed day.
Oh, yes, yes. Blessed day. It doesn't have to be Sunday to be a blessed day. Every day is a blessed day. Exactly. Oh, Jinx, you owe me a Jamba Juice. Hey, let's go.
Wait, what Jamba are you getting?
I am, I don't know, probably go with the classic Orange Dream.
So lame.
What do you mean so lame? That's one of the best flavors ever.
Zhuzh, live a little on the edge.
Fine, I'm gonna get the chocolate one then.
Oh, okay,
There,
okay.
there. Chocolate with a little peanut butter, and then I'll get it with whey protein, and that's all I remember when I order Jamba Juice stuff.
I haven't been a Jamba in forever.
Bro, people in the mainland don't know how much we like Jamba. Well, actually, in Hawaii, we don't really like Jamba that much anymore because I don't know. I feel like it got a little overrated.
Oh yeah.
But for a time, that was like everybody's drink.
Mm-hmm.
Now it just went back to Starbucks.
Ugh.
And speaking of Starbucks, we do have a guest coming on the show. Huh? You see how what I did there, huh?
Hey, yo, smooth transition. I like.
But we do have a guest today, and it is episode 31, and there's nothing to tie to 31, but yeah, it's episode 31, and we have a special guest, and her name is Miss Katarina Rose, all the way from California. She is, and let me bring her in as I introduce her. She is an educator of Polynesian or Pacific Islander kids in the Oakland school district, and she's also a barista. So she will make your coffee and watch your kids. Oh, well, teach your kids, not watch your kids. But Katarina, thank you for joining us today in this podcast episode. How are you doing?
Man, I'm good. Now I want some Starbucks. Man, thank you guys for having me.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure. Are you I forgot what you told me. Are you a barista at Starbucks or is it a different coffee shop?
Yes. No, I work at the Starbucks, okay? I'm a proud partner.
Oh, proud partner.
Yes, I work at the Starbucks as a barista. I can make a very nice cinnamon dulce latte with some whipped cream, extra cinnamon.
Oh. Yum.
Yeah.
Yo.
I also work in the Oakland School District for a company called Ikuna. We help Pacific Islander kids, so I can make your coffee and definitely read to your kids.
I love it. Mommy needs a break.
Right. Well, speaking of a partner, so Miss Katarina is a partner at Starbucks, and this podcast is sponsored by Okoa Ohana. Check out this shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Okoa Ohana, they are a Hawaii clothing brand, and they are based out of Las Vegas, and they are inspired. Their designs are inspired by Hawaii food. So this is the musubi, the Spam cam with the musubi. It's pretty cherry. So if you guys want to check them out at okoaohana.com, you guys can use the Supastarrtv discount code for 15% off your purchase. So yeah, check them out on your Instagram, TikTok, oko_ohana. Thank you to our sponsors. If you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any episode, and Spotify as well. So back to the show. But how is working at Starbucks, real quick, before we dive deep into everything about your whole life?
Man, no, the Starbucks is pretty cool. I've only worked there for like a year, and honestly, I just came out here when I moved out here to Emeryville. I went down the street to my local Starbucks and I applied for a job, and I got it. So it's a lot of service within the community and a lot of different personalities, but you learn different skill sets and you learn to talk to people. So I enjoy it. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, please have your coffee before you talk to me. But I enjoy it. Yeah.
I think that's why my Starbucks baristas like me, because I'm like, this is exactly what I want. Here you go. They're like, we got you.
Yes. I love my my regulars because then I can just make their drink and make them happy and go away.
Yeah, my girls are like that too. They're like, oh, I see you, Kaleo. Okay.
I'll serve them first too if we have a hella long line. I'll be like, hey, you getting a minute? I already know.
Man, I had a question before Kala gets into this questions roulette, but I forgot. So I guess we're gonna go into questions roulette, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna go into that. Katarina, there's basically 10 questions you gotta answer within 1 minute, and like we always say, we don't really time it for 1 minute, but just pretend.
Just try to answer them as fast as you can. They're quick, random, simple.
Okay.
Okay. So
there's no
ready?
pictures, right?
No pictures. No pictures. No pop-up books. Nothing. We're good.
Just
Okay.
kidding.
So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Yes. Summer or winter?
Oh, winter.
Pizza or burgers?
Oh, man. I want to say pizza burgers, but I know I can't. Let's do burgers.
Burgers. Yes. Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Oh, not the mountains. Go beach.
Beach. Yeah. Books or movies?
Man, books are so good because it's just a movie in your head, but I like movies.
Okay. A morning person or a night person? You
I'm
night
a
owl?
morning person.
Oh, see, I'm a night owl. Okay. Sweet or salty snacks?
Sweet.
Okay. Phone call or text message?
Phone call. I will never answer a text.
City life or country life?
Oh, that's a good one. City life.
Okay. Would you rather see
Yeah.
the future or the past?
My past. Yeah, my past.
Okay. Power to heal others or only heal yourself?
Ooh, power to heal others. That's good.
Yes, same.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, that was a
Those
wonderful
are good
question. Thank you.
ones.
You're right, those are good ones for sure.
That's what I have to ask on dates now. Man.
Oh, yeah, those are good ones because you can definitely tell what kind of person they are with some of those questions for sure.
Yes. Yes.
I
Like, are
did
you
it.
thinking about this?
Right. I didn't even think about that. Now that I'm like looking at the questions, I'm like, that is pretty good icebreakers there.
Literally, yeah.
Oh, call me the matchmaker. All right.
I'll call you when I have a wedding.
Oh, yes.
Starr, your questions worked.
I know, right?
I did it, brother. I did it.
Yo, but when you said books are just movies in your head, that was like probably a fire line that'll be so fire in a rap song, you know what I mean?
Well, but like if you
Yo.
think about it too, not everybody can see the movie in their head when they're reading things. Like not everybody can
Mhm.
picture that. I am a very, very imaginative person. So you read something or say something to me in descriptive manner, I'm like, oh, that's intense. Like, because I can picture it, but not everybody can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned some people can't dream. And some people literally can't see the picture in their mind when they read. And learning that was like heartbreaking.
Yeah, for sure. There is some books out there that I don't want to picture in my head. So, yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you don't want to picture that? Oh, well, that's a sad day. Roseanne. Okay, moving on.
Well, 'cause that's for the 50 Shades of Grey book is for the females, not for people like me.
People like you.
Well, because in like it's 2023. Like some guys like that, right? And I don't swing that way, so it's not good for me. Like I don't want to like see this. Not see. I don't want to read this girl talking or explaining what the guy's doing, and I'm like, fuck. Now I got to picture it. What the heck? No. That's why I say people like me, because it's 2023. I don't swing that way, but some guys do.
Okay.
Doesn't he swing the same way as you?
He does swing the same way
No,
as
but
he
I'm talking
does. I don't
about,
think
like-
he understands what he's saying right now.
No, I'm talking about the girl. Like when the girl is explaining what the guy's doing, unless the book is in the guy's perspective, is it? I don't know. I didn't read the book, but I know the gist of it. You know what? Whatever.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched the movie. No, I did not watch the movie. I saw like
That's
even worse.
Right. You didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the
I
movie.
didn't watch it.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you should read Bridgerton.
What?
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, read that one.
Is that the same thing as the TV show that's on Netflix? Bridgerton?
Yeah.
No, for real, is it?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
my wife watches it, but I don't watch it.
Because you don't
Good
swing that way.
Because yeah, you don't swing that way at all.
You don't swing straight.
You don't swing.
Bruh, I'm talking about 50 Shades of Grey, right? There's a girl and a guy. So when the girl is describing what the guy is doing, like, obviously, when you're reading it, you're picturing what the guy is doing. I don't want to picture what the guy is doing.
I see.
Now you guys understand what I'm saying.
No.
So
What?
you want masculine writing, not feminine writing. Got it.
I think you guys are twisting.
No. I'm not twisted
no.
it. Masculine writing is in the perspective of a male.
Okay,
Him
yes.
saying what he's doing to a female rather than the
Yes.
female saying what a man is doing to her. But honestly, it's the same thing.
No,
It's the
it's
same.
not.
Yes, it
I
is.
promise you it's the same.
It's just said more poetically when it's done by a female. Just saying.
That's why Bridgerton is better.
Yes.
Okay. I totally forgot to put I'm never ready for the episodes because I totally forgot about the what is that called? The for what a 1 must go. I didn't even make one.
Oh no.
And you were probably looking forward to another hard one, huh? Shoot.
I was looking forward to that because you've given us some pretty hard ones lately.
Oh yeah, and yeah. Oh, actually, Katarina, when we were in that TikTok live together with the other our other friends, right? I asked one of the questions on there to you guys. I think it was like, oh, who would you get rid of? J Book, Fiji, Maoli, and yeah, this is where I asked those questions on my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I forgot to make up another one for this one. So, I guess Kaleo, you can start off with the first question while I come up with those 1 must go, and then we'll do it at the end of it.
Well, I mean, we already kind of went over, what she does, what her profession is, and
Right.
stuff like that. So tell me, what challenges do our Islanders face at such a young age?
I think our youth, because I work primarily with the Pacific Islander youth, we're just trying to teach them how to read and different art skills. And I think that reading and literacy needs to be within the home as well as school. And I think the thing that they face is just not having the opportunity to read and having access to Pacific Islander books that they can relate to.
Yeah.
But because I work with Ikuna, um, they have a plethora of books that are Tongan, Samoan, Tuvaluan, Nuan, and they all are relatable to these kids, and they're like K through 12, and it's just wonderful to see them read these books that they see at home. There's a story I think about a toko toko, and it's the elderly man and his child and his grandchild, and the grandchild's supposed to be like the walking cane, and it's a Tongan book, and the kids are reading it and they're seeing themselves in this little kid who doesn't necessarily want to help his grandfather, but in the end is very appreciative of his grandfather and being able to take care of him. So I think yeah, access to books that pertain to their lives and what they live through and their culture.
I could
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. My kids don't really have access to any of that. So it definitely puts it on me as their mom to try and make sure that that is provided and conveyed and stuff like that. And oh man, tell you what, in Oregon, it's a little rough.
I lived in Oregon
Yeah, yeah, I'm up
and
in Portland.
yeah, nice. Yeah, I lived in Eugene, and I know that my son and I have a 6-year-old. We would do the Samoan alphabet at home during COVID because everything was shut down, and him
Yeah,
just seeing the visual of it
yeah.
and being able to just like, I'm Samoan, and this is how you do the Samoan alphabet was enough for him to be like, yeah, I'm cool. So
Yeah,
yeah,
when my kids' teachers found out that my kids are Hawaiian, they were like, "Oh, let's do this and do that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, you said that wrong. You did that wrong. Like, let's not try to teach them inappropriately."
yeah.
So that's a struggle for sure, definitely.
Yeah, I think I also understand that like I think the accuracy that we teach our kids of our culture needs to be like it has to be more learned, I feel, because
Yeah,
if they're going to school and people are telling them how to be their culture, if like they're telling them this is Hawaiian, this is Samoan, this is Tongan, and it's wrong, and they come home and tell me, I'm like, "Ugh, I don't think so."
yep,
Like we then have to be the teachers and retell them, and then the student. Because my son did the same thing. They thought he was Hawaiian in his school, and I went there and I gave them leis to each teacher, just to show our gratitude for them for being kind to him. And we were going to a different school, but I had to remind them like he's not Hawaiian. You know, Hawaiians have a very distinct culture. You
yep,
know, there's Kanaka Maoli, there's different types of Pacific Islander. My son is Samoan. This is our
yeah,
tradition, and this is Hawaiian. And they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
we didn't know that." I was like, "Well, now you do, and I'm happy that
yeah,
you do."
yeah. It's
So,
not. It's definitely not talked about enough. So that's one reason why I love doing this podcast is because we get to meet so many different people and teach everyone the differences.
yeah,
And I mean, I've even learned things that I'm like, oh, I had no idea because I grew up over on the mainland. So I
yeah.
grew up in a little podunk town between like at the bottom of Oregon. So Klamath Falls, Oregon, little country town. And I went to
Different from here.
college in Eugene. I was a duck.
Hey,
So yeah, and then I moved up to Portland for my job, and here we are. You know, it's crazy, crazy. Eugene, there was
but that's
definitely a
wonderful.
lot more islanders, and I loved that. Not here in
Yeah.
Portland.
There's a lot of Tongans in Portland.
There are a lot of Tongans in Portland, yeah.
Yeah, I've met more Hawaiians and Micronesians in Eugene.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would definitely agree.
There's a lot of islanders here in Arizona where I'm at.
Where?
Oh yeah.
Arizona.
What
Yeah.
part?
What part?
But what part, Starr?
Phoenix, and yeah, pretty much Phoenix. And there's a few down in Tucson, like more south. But if you go like up north, there's really nobody. I think the ones that are up north are just in Utah already, and Vegas. No, but yeah, I was like kind of zoned in listening to you guys' conversation, because everything you guys said is true. It's a fact. Which brings me to my question: like, do you think, like, when kids are growing up at a young age, right? Do you think they have a choice to be successful at an early age, regardless if they like were raised in poverty or not?
I think I really like this question because I think success is the key word for me, and what the family or the community determines as success for this child. I think that if you determine their success as like they have a lot of money in the end, or if they have a family and they get married and they have a lot of children, that as a success, it really depends on what you determine as that. So I would say if they come from a poverty-stricken home and community, and they go out and they are such a big name, the way they do that is through the community that supports them, is through hard work and determination. And again, opportunities is how they will become successful, and how they use themselves to be a part of those opportunities. So I think that it doesn't necessarily matter where you come from, but who is supporting you, what you're able to access, and how to be street smart as well as book smart. So yeah, because for me growing up, it was like the level of success is get a good job, and you're a kind person, and you have a family.
And go to school. That was like,
and go to school.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh well, specifically go to college, get a degree. Like that was the thing, right?
Yeah.
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 But the reason why I asked that question, because like I've talked to a lot of different people. Excuse me. I've talked to a lot of different people, different cultures, and everybody has, I guess, different opinions, but it all ended up being the same as far as the choice, right? I mean, yes, we could have the support, we could have the resources, because there's a lot of celebrities out there, or big influencers, or I guess, lack of better words, rich people that, put these maybe outreach programs, or, after school programs for these kids. And, the kids just decide to not do it, and they get stuck in the streets, and they, you know what I mean? So that's why I asked that question. Is like, is it ultimately these kids' decisions, and like what's influencing them to make the wrong decision? You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, no, it's important for sure, because having a child myself, he's 6, and we live out here in the Bay, and all of his decisions are going to be his to make, but it'll be with my guidance, and how I decide to be there and support him through the decisions that he'll make as a youth growing up. Yeah.
I have 2, so I get that.
Amen. Stick to 2. I'm gonna stick to one and one only, but I'm for everybody that got multiple kids.
Ooh, 2 is rough.
Man, it's crazy how like a lot of I guess people in general, like they'll say like what you guys are saying, like, man, 1 is rough, 2 is rough, 3, like we came from families that had like 5 or more. You know what I mean? Like, we can't imagine.
My dad was one of 12.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
like that for my tutu, that was success, was having a large family, growing, that kind of thing, spreading,
Spreading
so
what?
spreading out the family, hey, yo, come on now. So making it bigger, and enjoying that. And for me, I'm like, that is that my success. I was told at a young age I wouldn't have kids. So the fact that I had two is a huge blessing. And it's been a ride.
Not bad. But just imagine, man. Like I told my wife like I wanted 5. I don't know why. At the max. That's the max. The minimum 3. Like I don't know. I don't know why. I had a lot of thought to it, but I just think 2 is not a big enough family. Just for me, you know what I mean? But like can you imagine having, well, I mean you guys are both females. I'm not a male. Obviously I can't give birth. But can you guys imagine having 12 kids? That's
No. No, I cannot. Actually, I can, and it would be horrible. Bro, 5 days of labor with my son, no pain meds. No, I'm not doing it again, bro. No. Yeah, girl.
Oh hell no.
okay.
Ended with an emergency C-section. No, we're good.
Okay. Question. If you guys both had 12 kids and it only had to be one gender, what would you guys rather have? All boys or all girls?
Boys.
Oh boys.
Boys.
Why is that?
Heck
Why
no.
is that?
I was raised
Mm-mm.
very rough and tumble, right? I was kind of raised as a tomboy. So in all honesty, I can relate more to guys and boys growing up than I can. I was not, oh my gosh, let me have like the heels and the dresses and all that stuff. Like I wasn't like that. My daughter's like that. And I'm like, where did this come from? And I'm sorry, I don't want to have to deal with syncing up with my daughter, on the menstrual cycle side. That's just, I'm terrified of that. She has my attitude and her dad's smart mouth. So, yeah, no. Boys all day.
That's hella real. That's hella real, the synced up situation. Because I had that with my
Right?
roommate and my cousin. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so we're going to avoid each other for the next 7 days.
Yeah. But I'll buy you ice cream because I know you need it.
Right. I know you need it just as much as I do, and we're going to be at peace. It's okay. Imagine 12 girls. No.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely not. I no. Like just having one son, I'm like, I could do like 12. I could do 12. Because then I feel like I'm more of I'm a hard parent, I would say. Very I'm gonna tell you what it is, and if you want to talk back to me, like we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm less emotional as a parent, but I don't know if I could do 12 girls just because that's a lot of hair, that's a lot of attitude. Like not to say boys ain't got no attitude, boys have hella attitude,
Oh, yeah.
if not more.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
look at
gossip.
that one right there. Look at that one right
Talking
there.
about cuz.
I'm saying, yeah, but I think me personally would be better with 12 boys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's all girls, what is a reasonable amount of number of girls if it was all girls? 1?
None.
None. None.
I'll deal with one all day, every day. It's fine.
That's crazy because I feel like I'm one of the few guys that want to have a daughter first. Like I don't know why. I don't know why. I think just having an idea of having a daddy's little girl. I don't know. That's just me. I used to wanted a boy first, but now I want a girl first. So.
I always wanted a boy first.
But you got a girl.
I got a girl first.
Yeah, when I didn't want kids growing up just because like I was very active in softball and I really wanted to go to the Olympics and I didn't think that children were right for me and even starting a family was not even in the books for me. And I got pregnant in high school. So yeah, I didn't want kids.
So was it just at all, or it was just right at that moment you just didn't want to? You wanted to pursue this specific dream, a career in softball and all that stuff, and then like later on, or it's just in general you didn't really see yourself having kids?
I didn't really see myself having kids at all.
I mean, I
I
don't.
was very
And with that
career
changing,
driven.
yeah. And with that changing though, like how has that changed your outlook since it obviously changed everything?
When I got pregnant with my son, um, I was very surprised. And I guess the way it changed is that my son was a blessing for me, more than, and I think I needed to be a mom at that time to be able to be there for my son. I don't know if I want more kids, just because my pregnancy was really hard. I was bedridden at 6 months, and I had like a protein missing, so it was a really rough pregnancy. And he was more of like a miracle baby. Um, but I think that the family dynamic really set in for me, in that I do have a tendency to be more motherly to people, and especially my son. So I'm very grateful to be a mom. Yeah.
Love that.
Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Our drive definitely
And
changes once kids are involved. Absolutely.
mhm, yeah. And I'm a single mom. I'm a single parent. Um, and I was raised by a single parent. So it's a lot different, I think, when you do everything by yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So would you say the family aspect, because basic after exactly what you said, would you say the family aspect is one thing that you love about our Pacific culture? Just, all the different
Man,
cultures, because we are pretty much all the same, right? We all value the same things, right? So pretty much.
yeah. 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 That's one thing that I will brag about every single day, is how much our people love our people, and how much our family means to us. And that, you could get in fights, like fist fights or any kind of thing with our family, but at the end of the day, it's us. It's ride or die. It's
Yep,
our family is everything to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
That goes back to one of the things that, like, my mom always says this to me. It's like, it don't matter, what my siblings do to me, or my parents, or my uncles, aunties. She's always gonna say this: that's still your dad, that's still your brother, that's still
Mhm.
your sister, that's still your uncle, auntie, whatever it is, right? And I'm all mad and upset or whatever, but in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, that's still my blood. I'm always gonna love them regardless. Even if I don't talk to them for like a couple years, I still got love for them, right? You know what I mean? Not saying
Yeah.
that I don't talk to anybody for a couple of years. I'm not
Mhm.
one to I don't know why, but I know some people can shut people out for a little bit, cuz I mean it is healthy sometimes, right? Actually most times it's healthy to, cut people out maybe for a short period of time or longer. But I can't find it in my heart to cut anybody out of my life anyway. But I mean, shoot, I hope that made sense what I just said.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
makes more sense than the book.
yeah. I mean, you could literally just want to put them, 6 feet under, but then the second somebody else messes with them, you're right there. Like, I'll deal with my emotions with you later. Right now, this is our problem.
Right. The only one that can mess with my sister or my brother is me.
It's me. Okay, so I'm all like all over the place right now. How strong is the bond between each other and our culture when we're away from the island?
Man, that's such a good question. Just because um, I work a lot in the Tongan community, and man, they roll hella deep, and culturally, physically, um, and watching, I think them create such a hub for culture. And it's from the youth, from the primary to the elders, the OGs. You just see everyone be a Tongan to celebrate their culture, and it feels like you're still in the islands because of how well knit they are. Um, and then I think that Pacific Islanders do a really good job of keeping the culture within the families. There are times where it's hard if you don't teach your kids. The OGs don't teach their kids, and then the kids feel like I don't feel Samoan or Tongan enough or Pacific Islander enough because no one's taught me. And then they have to go to their community and be like, "Hey, can you teach me?" Now that I say that out loud, I kind of contradict myself, but um, I think that we do a pretty good job. I think we can do better as different communities, but I think that everyone understands that whatever culture you come from in the islands, to be very proud of who you are, where you're from, and to continue to rep your country. And yeah, hopefully that answers nicely.
No, you definitely answer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Every
agree. I think we can definitely be better.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I grew up in an area where that wasn't a thing. So anything I learned was, from my dad. So I think we can definitely be better for sure.
Yeah.
it's like even like it's even on a smaller scale, like super small detail of, we talked about this before, Kaleo, where you're just in a store and you see another islander and you just know they're an islander, even no matter if they're Micronesian, Samoan, Tongan, Hawaiian,
Yep.
or even Filipino, like say hi. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just saying hi connects you back home. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because you know that there are people. So like
Yeah.
something that's on a smaller scale like that, definitely we do definitely got to be better. Because I get a little irritated when I see, man, oh my God, literally 2 days ago, I was in Winkles, so kind of like a Costco, Sam's Club, right? And I see this Hawaiian family. They're literally just walking around, and I see the little flower in the mom's ear. I see the son with his muscle t-shirt, walking all big, and I could tell he was like probably 16 years old, no muscles but big dude. And then I see the dad with the I see the dad with the hook necklace. So I could tell they were either like Hawaiian something. And the son is pushing the cart and he just kind of like peeks at me and then he looks away. And I'm like, I know you're Islander. I know. Like say hi to me, man. Like it's just me. I'm not a like I got a little irritated, but I was like, maybe they, kind of just want to keep to themselves, but say hi to me. So if you see me in the store, guys, say hi.
Yeah. I
think
love it.
I think with that, there are a lot of people that have said like there's a lot of shame in our culture as well. And when I think sometimes when other islanders see other islanders in places that it's not a predominant culture, they think that if you say hi to them, then they'll try and ask you about your culture. And if you don't know, they'll call you feel parang. And I think that they're
Mhm.
so scared of like being called out of like, oh, you don't know your culture, you don't know where you come from.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's such a shame thing, and I try to tell my son to like, oh look, don't be ashamed. Like if someone tries to tell you that you're not Samoan enough, you come get me and you tell me because what the hell. And I actually fully understand that now, as like a educator, um, because the kids like feel like they're not enough of their culture, and if they are told that by someone who's just a random person, let alone at home, then it hurts even deeper because they're like, I didn't even ask. So I felt that way as well, especially in Oregon when they didn't say what's up to me. Because I'm like, we got the same nose, homie. You cannot be looking like that and not say hi to me. But then the kids kept saying like, the kids kept saying like, well, it's kind of uncomfortable. I'm like, well, be comfortable with being uncomfortable because those are your people at the end of the day. That's your
Yeah.
community.
I
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
get it. I totally get it because for a while, I was always butthurt about when people would call me plastic and all that stuff, and I've come to the with I don't know. I've come to the sense, within myself to just be proud anyways, right? Because I still have the blood, no matter if I can't speak the language or not. But like what I was saying earlier, before the show, I have a teacher now teaching me the language, so I'm doing the things that I need to do for myself to be in that place where I'm not shame anymore. I mean, even though I'm not shame, but I guess in that mindset, right? And I think you're definitely right. Like hearing you say that again, like makes me like, okay, now I know why, the shame aspect of it, right? Which kind of sucks because we are people in general. We're so loving, but we are so want to put everybody on the spot. So easy.
Oh, I know that all too well.
Yeah.
Are we all having like a moment where we are trauma bonding?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, because I mean, looking at me physically, right? I white. Like, I get dark, right? So I tan very easily, but like a lot of people mistake me for, some kind of Hispanic or Indian or something like that, and then not any kind of Pacific Islander or anything like that. So they're just like, you're not Hawaiian. I'm like, "Oh, but I am." Like, it's hard. It's definitely hard for me, especially when I go back to the islands. They're like, "Oh, you're just a white girl." I'm like,
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That's crazy.
they'll be like, look at that nose. It's not, it's not an Islander nose. It's small and cute. And I'm like, shh,
Yeah, you
get
do.
it from my mama.
You do got a small island. You do got a small nose for an islander. You got me and Katarina.
See, my
That's
middle sister has that, and so does my oldest brother. But the rest of us, the other three of us that are left, we all have my mom's nose. She's Polish, bro. So very narrow.
That'll do it.
Yep.
That'll do it. Man. No, I grew up I was adopted from Samoa, so I grew up in a Palangi household. So everything I know to be Samoan is because I was self-taught or I learned from the community that I was in, and I was, grateful to grow up out here in the Bay and have such a large community of Samoans, Tongans, um, even Maoris and Fijians out here. Anyway, and I always felt like I'm not Samoan enough because Samoans would tell me I'm not Samoan enough. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But like at home, I have a Scottish guy that's literally preparing like cabbage and kapapuru. Like, please leave me alone.
Ooh.
Oh,
But
yum.
yeah, so I definitely understand when Afrokasis or just like people who aren't taught the culture or language say that they don't feel like someone or enough of their culture, and I resonate with them, and I'll tell them, hey, if someone wants to tell you that you're not enough, like tell them to go play in the road and leave you alone. Like the heck. Shout out to
Go,
Pinky Punky
go
for
run
the
across the
play in
highway,
the
bro.
road. Yeah, I make it.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So, just real quick. I mean, there's one more question, and then we're gonna go into the one must go. Maybe I should have asked this earlier, or if we had maybe 2 hours of this podcast, we'd probably have a whole nother hour on this specific
Oh,
question. But I know you when you were talking about the shame feeling in a public area, not feeling, when it's just you and the other person that's an islander, that's the minority in the store, right? Are we the minority? And if so, why? Where? If not, why?
I think yes, we are the minority within a minority. Because even in our Pacific Islands, we have, I think, uh, minorities. But I feel like in the mainland here, Polynesians and Pacific Islanders as a group are not on anyone's radar until it becomes about, sports or art or things like that, or Dwayne Park Johnson or Jason Momoa. And we are a small amount of people within this larger community of cultures. But even within our communities, like I said, you have minorities within the minority. But it's crazy because we do make up a lot of the NFL. A large percentage of players are Pacific Islanders. A lot of like jobs that are stereotypically Pacific Islanders work in. We're a large community within those places, so it's hard to be like you're a minority. But then we also make up a large amount of different stereotypical jobs. But I think that even as a minority, we flourish in other areas now. A lot more people are becoming or being recognized as artists. They always were artists, but being recognized. Our culture is definitely coming back. I think recently I've seen people get their sounds, and so that is becoming more prevalent within mainstream culture. So I'm definitely getting off topic. But
No.
yes, my answer is yes. We are the minority.
There is some, islanders that don't like being called the minority.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's a status thing or like, maybe some of them come from, maybe a high chief family, or they come from money or whatever. And, I think a lot of people take the word minority out of context a lot of times, actually, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's just that word minority is, I think it's placed on certain cultures, and so maybe
Mm.
maybe the understanding of the whole word, gets mixed up, right?
It's like it has a stigma on it,
Right. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was looking for. The word stigma.
I got you.
But yeah, I think a lot of our Pacific Islanders mix that word up, and I mean, a lot of people think it's a negative word. I don't know what I don't think it's a negative word. Depending on how you use it, right?
Yeah, I don't think of it as a negative word. I think of it more of a, hey, I'm not like everyone else. I'm uniquely me. I am one in a million, like no matter what it is.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I think of it as just like we're not the majority, obviously. Like we're like a small percentage. So big. So there, in fact, we are the minority.
Right,
Right?
right.
Like
So be
yeah,
happy and be proud of that. Like not
yeah.
everyone's like you.
I think it
Yeah.
was either this podcast or a different one that said, it wasn't cool to be a Pacific Islander, and I love that because I feel very strongly with that people know more about our different cultures now because of social media, because of us repping so hard our cultures in different aspects of our lives, and
Yeah.
people walking the stage, doing like their songs and their lays, and understanding that this is our culture and it's a necessity, not
Yeah.
we want to flaunt. It's a necessity.
Right. And that's why I really get irritated when people hate on The Rock, because regardless if regardless of, him maybe not sounding so fluent in the language, he is representing to the most that he could do. You know what I mean? Like, he always reps the people. He always talks about the people and how him being raised by his mother, a Samoan, full Samoan mom, that, if you guys never heard her talk, it sounds like she's straight from Samoa, which she is. And,
Ansi Ata?
yeah. But
Ansi Ata?
yeah, so I was like, wait, are you related to them?
No, that's Ansi Ata.
Okay.
Johnson for life.
But no, yeah, I just really get irritated when people hate on The Rock. I was like, bro, he's doing the most for our peoples. So, CASHAPP. How do you feel? Are you gonna about to do the rock eye right now?
Nice. No. I don't know. I know that for myself, I always view The Rock as such a different aspect of our culture. Um, I think that growing up, he was definitely my person to be like, that's a someone right there. Oh my, that's a someone. Any other actors don't even talk to me. Like, that's a someone right there. And then I learned more, and I saw him more. And when we had different issues in the South Pacific, I think for me, I was like, why is Dwayne the Rock Johnson? like, so I have like a mixed feeling of Dwayne, but I love him for our culture. To be the person that I think for myself, I always looked up to growing up. I think as an adult, I look at him and I think that there was I feel like not a lack, um, no, a lack of accurate teaching when he did some of his movies or some
Mm.
of his dances.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, just because his access to culture is way different than the rest of us. Because he has people that know the culture for real, but there was a lack of accurate teachings.
Right,
But
right,
I do very much agree in the fact that he has put on for our culture, has put Samoa on his back and ran through the streets of Hollywood with it.
right.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for what he's done for his family, and to pass on the baton to others in his family, like the Uso brothers and
His
uh,
daughter.
all of everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
his daughter.
I
Like
do want to say though,
they,
like I totally I do agree with you. But I don't agree with a lot of people. And not I agree with you, but I don't agree with other people when stuff does happen, and yes, we know that The Rock is successful or whatever. Like, don't expect him to just drop his life and give all his earnings to just the island of Samoa. Of course, that's his culture and he loves our people and all that stuff, but one man can't do everything. So like if he didn't donate money or whatever it was, his resources to help with the the what was it, the like when mother nature like kind of destroyed Samoa and all that stuff, like that's when our whole community comes together, not just expect one person to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that's
um,
real.
yeah, but yeah, Kaleo, I think probably 90% of our episodes, I've always brought The Rock up. I don't know why.
You have. I think you have a man crush. It's okay. It's fine.
No, it's mainly because like,
Okay. It's okay. Calm down.
oh, you don't want me to keep going? Okay.
You don't swing that way. We already know. You just got a man crush. It's okay.
No, because
He's
like,
swings sideways.
yeah, no, because maybe like if I keep bringing him up, maybe he'll come on the podcast. Duh. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
Imagine, hey,
That would be
uncle.
wonderful.
He could explain to us how he's not a commercialized version of. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Hey,
Fine.
maybe. Wow, wowzers. Hey, but maybe,
Controversy.
I mean, even if he doesn't come on the podcast, maybe we'll just be sponsored by his, clothing stuff, and then boom, we get free merch, and we can say this podcast is sponsored by The Rock's clothing.
Imagine.
Right? But ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the deep questions. We're gonna go into something that we should have done in the beginning of the episode, and we're gonna do one must go. And I have gotten. We'll do a regular one, and then we'll do a Samoan one, so I can see what Katarina. That's how your friend calls you, right? Katarina.
Nice.
Is that how it's actually pronounced though? Katarina or Katarina?
So in Samoa, it's actually Kakalina.
Kakalina, yeah.
Catalina.
Kakalina, yeah.
Yeah, Kakalina.
Because the
Yeah,
letters are
but
switched and stuff.
yeah, but in the Tongans call me Lina. My dad called me Katarina. Um, yeah, so It's whatever you want it to be honest.
Okay, Katarina, one must go. And because apparently you know, from what you said earlier, apparently both you guys both read books. And Kaleo, you got to answer too. So don't think you are out of this. You're answering.
Rude.
So this is the books edition, not the movies, books. And if you didn't read one of them, then I guess you could choose that one to go, I guess. So one must go. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or The Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, get it out.
Oh yeah, buy Hunger Games.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Since that was so easy, instead of Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or Twilight.
Twilight, get it out. Sorry.
I'm a sloppy sucker for Twilight. Regretfully, I am. Oh god, Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
Oh no, I just hurt your heart. Oh no.
and just imagine your life without the Lord of the Rings. It's okay.
It's okay.
You can't get rid of Smeagol. Come on.
No more my precious.
That's enough.
Oh man. All right. I'm answering the question. I asked the question, so I don't answer.
Yeah.
No,
We all
but
know you don't read books. It's okay.
It's
It's okay, cuz it's okay.
that's not the reason.
because you can't imagine it. It's okay.
I can imagine it, and I actually read the first 2 Twilight books. Okay, and I just got tired of reading, so I just ended up I just finished watching the movies.
They're so different though.
They are definitely different. Yes, especially the final one.
Oh, especially the final. Okay, we're not gonna get into this. We're not gonna move on. Okay. Oh, woo.
Next episode. all Twilight.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
We'll go.
That's your
find.
Halloween edition.
Ooh, and we'll dress up. I'll be Jacob, and no.
Bro.
Hey, I've been working out cause I can be like him soon. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hey,
Sorry, I'm buffering.
buffer, bro, look at that one.
Oi, hello, swole, Sunday.
No, so
pitching one.
yo, Kaleo, remember the other podcast episode? We were like, how do all Polynesian football players pose?
Oh my god! Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man,
Try to make your neck look as big as you can.
Or they have their flag up and you're like,
Oh yeah, the flag.
Yep.
man, who raised you? All I want to do is like, who's your mom?
Who's your mom?
Wow. And then of course when they get home, the mom's fussy them. What kind of picture is that?
Right?
Man, look at your face. Look at your face.
Yeah.
Man, fix your face.
Why aren't you smiling? You know, so my brother took his senior pictures, high school, and then he took his freshman pictures in college, and he had the same pose you did with the flag. And then my mom's like, "What is the flag? I know that's a sambo, but why you have to take it in the picture?"
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right, let's move on. So one more, and then the Samoan one must go, and then this show is Pauhana. So this one is techie stuff. All right. So one must go: Apple, Google, Amazon, or Microsoft.
Oh, man. I use a lot of Microsoft.
But you're using the Apple product right now.
Apple can go. Bye.
That's enough.
Bye, Apple.
Apple can. Oh.
Bye, Apple.
We rely
Bye, Apple.
we rely on Amazon so much right now.
Yo,
And
yeah.
Google
I
is
will
the
cut
most
Amazon.
You work at Amazon?
No, I cut Amazon.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, yo, power to you.
I need more money in my bank account. I'm so good because of the Amazon. Why you?
Oh, so I guess me and Kaleo will choose Apple, and you will choose Amazon.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, if you guys are watching these episodes, any of these questions, go ahead and comment it down below. We want to know your answers so we can bash you. We can get mad at you.
Hey,
All right.
And
Last
judge
one.
you.
And judge you. Yes.
Judge you.
Yes. Judge Katarina. Ooh, that flows really well. Judge
That was
Katarina.
great.
ooh, I feel like I'm back at my hearings, man.
Alrighty. So, Samoan version. One must go. Oka. Palusami. Sapasui. Or the luau.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not
okay.
answering that one.
If I get dragged by anyone, I'm coming back to your guys' headquarters and I'm gonna punch you guys.
She gonna punch you, Starr.
I don't like Balusami.
Oh, Starr! Look at Star's face right now.
Wow.
R.I.P. my career. I don't like Balusami.
Do you not like it because there's usually the typical way is not having meat in it. It's just coconut cream and onions. So as long as there's meat in it, then you're good. I mean, then that's luau.
It's because I am more Tongan
Yeah.
and I need the meat. Okay, I'm sorry. I said
Amen.
I can't have nothing.
It is not nothing. There's the vegetables inside.
Yeah, it's nothing.
No.
Well, yeah, nothing. Yeah. Who wants to open something up and be like, there's nothing but onions and mayo and salt? Like, if I'm gonna be obese, I want to at least have meat in my life.
Amen. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The scale of obesity doesn't apply to us islanders because apparently all of us islanders are all obese. Like just off of the
That's
scale.
the Western world.
Right, exactly.
Hey.
Sorry.
Oh, the real laugh came out.
Nah, if y'all had my laugh on this podcast, you'd be like, all right, she's gone.
You've been
Dude,
officially
I'd be peeking my
cut
mic. And
I'm like, how the hell do we mute this girl?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the podcast. We had a good time, Katarina. Thank you so much for coming through.
wait. You gotta answer that one.
What?
You gotta answer that one, Starr.
No, I already started the outro of this episode.
You gotta answer it.
I'd probably go with the sapasui.
Oh no, they better drag you.
No, it's just because like I'm not like I'm cool with pasta, I'm cool with noodles, I'm cool with the rice noodles. It's just like that's like probably my last choice is the noodles. So just because it has the noodles, I'm not saying it's kaya. I'm not saying that it's shitty. I just saying that's my last choice to eat is the sapasui.
Weird.
Yeah, and that's why you lose in last card, huh?
What?
Yeah, no one wants to play Sweetly with you no more. No, it's done. You want Sapa Sweet as your last choice? That's enough.
What's your last choice? The palusami?
I don't even want to think about the bottle sum. Please just bring me depression.
Okay, get to your outro.
Right, I chose it. So, yes, we are at the end of the show. Thank you, Katarina, for joining us on the podcast. It was a pleasure having you on. I hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, I hope nobody cut you off because some of your answers.
No.
That's
I'll
why I
fight
quit
him.
social media.
No, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. But yeah. Any final I don't know. Any shout outs you want to say to your millions of viewers out there, Katarina?
What? My millions of viewers. I would just like to say, please, if you have time, come on to this podcast. They give you very interesting questions for your next date. It's very fun. Um, and I would like to shout out Ikuna and all my little Pacific Islander scholars out there. Continue to read at home and be nice to your parents. Do all the pu'is, the vows, and remember to be respectful and follow your dreams. Yeah.
Yes, follow the dreams.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kaleo.
My little outro as always. Remember to be uniquely. It's the best thing that you could ever do. I'm proud of you for it. If there's somebody you love, make sure you tell them life's too short and you're worth all the happiness.
Yes. And like what I always like to say is the golden rule: treat others the way that you want to be treated. Because if we all do that, then this world will be a better place. And I know I said that very over exaggerating, but it's really true. Just treat others the way that you want to be treated. That's it. But yes, that is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to our sponsors, Okoa Ohana. Go check out their merch. This cool merch right here at okoaohana.com. Make sure you use discount code SUPASTARRTV for 15% off your purchase. And check out their socials at Okoa_Ohana. And we are definitely going to be having other sponsors coming in soon. So that's in the works. Maybe Katarina can get her company to sponsor us. I don't know. But
Let me talk to my boss.
I was talking about Starbucks. But
Yeah, Malik.
Oh my.
man, what? Free gift cards for the whole year? What the? But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. We're out.